People have been unhappy with YouTube for a while now. I don't think it's a secret that people are looking for alternative when it comes to online video sharing sites, when it comes to social media sites, when it comes to streaming sites. There is always a group of people that feel disenfranchised. There's always a group of people that feels like their voices are not being heard. And over the years, YouTube has made quite a few controversial decisions that has led many to want to leave the platform. Now, the problem when it comes to YouTube is that they are pretty much the only player in the game. If you want to be a content creator and you are not on YouTube, unfortunately, there's just not going to be too much hope for you. But it also seems like that is slowly but surely starting to change, and one reason for that is Rumble. Rumble has been in the game for many years now, but it is only recently that they got a lot more popular, and one of the reasons why they got a lot more popular is because of big content creators moving all of their stuff over there. Now, one perfect example of this is Steven Crowder. I'm sure most people know who he is, but he is an extremely popular right-wing content creator who does political content on YouTube. Now, over the years, he has had quite a bit of an interesting roller coaster of a ride on YouTube. He's constantly struggling with demonetization. He's constantly struggling with suppression. He's constantly struggling with bans, and because of that, he has decided to turn his attention to alt tech. Now, he's been supporting alt tech for quite some time now, but recently he decided to take his streams over to Rumble, and they have been doing extremely well. Some of his election streams have gotten almost 100,000 viewers per stream, which just proves that there is a massive desire, a massive need for content on the platform right now. In 2020, Rumble had about 1 million average monthly users. Now they have over 56 million users per month. They also took their company public and made almost $3 billion, which is still obviously not that much in the greater scheme of things if you compare them to other sites like Facebook and YouTube itself, but it is still a very, very good start. Alternative media now more than ever is extremely important, and having a big person go over and getting those type of numbers is obviously great. Now, I'm not going to lie, for me, I've been having my eye on Rumble for a while now, but I just don't feel like they are there yet, especially for an extremely small creator like myself. If I'm not being discovered on YouTube where there's an actual algorithm, my chances of making it on an alt platform like Rumble is pretty much none. Now, one of the biggest problems usually with these type of alternative platforms is the fact that people want to make money. The only way you can make money is on YouTube. Alt tech, unfortunately, at this point just doesn't have a proper revenue system in place yet, but Rumble, because they have grown so big, more and more opportunities is starting to pop up. With 56 million monthly average users, as you can imagine, advertisers are starting to move over to the platform, and many people have stated that they can now start to make somewhat of an income on the platform. And although it will probably still be a few years before you can make actual money on Rumble, the opportunity definitely seems to be there. Now, as I've said, there's still plenty of things wrong. It's not very user friendly, at least not in my opinion. As I've said, the discoverability on the platform is not great at all. I've seen many people move over who has like 1 or 2 million subscribers on YouTube, who has millions upon millions of monthly viewers, and then they mirror their videos on Rumble and they get 1 or 2,000 views, and that is if they are lucky. So obviously right now it's clear that there's not too much of an algorithm going on that pushes content forward. It seems to be almost exclusively up to the website owners in terms of what content gets pushed and what content does not get pushed. And if people don't already know you and they are not already searching for you, then they are probably never going to just discover your content, at least not in my opinion. But I think those are the type of things that Rumble can change over the years. Now, Rumble has also been receiving quite a little bit of funding, especially from right-wing politicians. But be that as it may, wherever the funding is coming from, that is definitely money that can go towards fixing and actually improving the site. I don't think they're going to be like a YouTube killer, but I can definitely see an alt tech platform like Rumble eventually at least trying to compete with a platform like YouTube. And the truth is, they don't need to be on the level of YouTube. The problem right now is just that there is pretty much no proper alternative. You have TikTok, which is starting to get a little bit better, but most people don't really want to go on there. Even now with the option where you can post videos for up to 10 minutes and even them now having a revenue sharing site, it is still not an extremely great alternative. It's just a completely different type of content. Most people who choose to move over from YouTube to Rumble are more within the commentary space, and obviously within that space there's not a lot of room for you on TikTok, so having a proper alternative to YouTube is good. And seeing some of these larger creators, irrespective of what their politics are and whether you agree with them or not, seeing some of those people moving over and hitting these massive numbers on the website, whether it is the website owners pushing that content forward or not, it still shows that there is an audience and it shows that there is a hunger for more content. If more people chooses to support alt tech and more people choose to eventually move over to these alt tech platforms, I do see a time where there will be a viable alternative for people, and maybe that alternative can be Rumble.